Hello chocks and chocolates, now in between, Chocolo here for another video review. Probably one you never heard of because I certainly hadn't. It's the Marshmallow Flavour Maltesers. The lighter way to enjoy chocolate. Yeah, so it's an Australian import, this one. I think anyway, I'm quite sure it is. So marshmallow flavoured, very, very interesting this one, yeah. So had it in the backlog for some time, finally got round to doing it. Crisp malt centres covered with smooth marshmallow flavoured milk chocolate. Yeah, look at that. You can tell it's Australian because they don't give the calories in kilocalories, but they give it in kilojoules. So I'll probably do a conversion on the screen in a second. It's roughly a quarter, basically, is the gist of it. So servings per package, 5.2, serving size 25 grams. The bag size, does it actually give the bag size? I think it's, there we go, it's 130 grams, there we go. Yeah, I don't feel like 25 goes in 130, so it won't be a perfect fit, which is why it says 5.2 for the servings per package. Alright, sometimes they've not quite worked out right either, I don't know, the Australian ones, they don't seem to add up in one way or another sometimes. But anyway, so energy 519 calories, so roughly a quarter of that, roughly, so probably 130, something like that calories. So fat 5.6, of which saturates 3.5. Per 100 grams, 2080 kilojoules, so I'd say roughly 520, something like that calories. 22.4 grams of fat, 13.9 of which are saturates. Maltesers contain milk chocolate 74% and barley malt extract 7.5%. So 81.5 there, so there's still 18.5 left somewhere. Guess that might be air, I don't know. You do have airy bits in between the bubbles of the honeycomb, because it's basically a malt honeycomb centre. Milk chocolate contains a minimum of 25% cocoa solids and 22% milk solids. Guarantee of satisfaction? Yeah. Your Maltesers chocolates are made of the finest food ingredients. They should reach you in excellent condition. Not satisfied in any way? Please call this number. Yes, get in touch with Australia. Just phone up and say, Australia, I'm not happy. There you go, that's got Australian flag there with a K in the middle. I don't know what the K is for there. It's a bit strange, isn't it? I don't know if that's saying it's halal, I assume. I can't quite read it, but I think it is. I think it says halal certification, but I'm quite sure that's what it would mean. Mars Wrigley. Soft plastic recycling. Recycling.kiwi.nz. Product shown on pack is not actual size. I was quite glad the way they say that. I don't normally say that in a lot of products, but there you go. There you can see that's basically what they are. So you can see the bubbles in the middle. I was saying it's like a bubbly honeycomb centre, so maybe that missing percentage is the space inside of the bubbles. If it said be heat wise, then it says be treat wise. Enjoy balanced diets. Okay, alright, well, we need to give these an open so it look like, so let's do it. Assuming they'll look pretty much like Maltesers, but you know what I mean. So let's do it, let's give them an open. Okay then, everyone, let's give these marshmallow flavoured Maltesers an open. It's very excited for these ones actually. Some very different, don't they? Really do. Yeah. It says, I just noticed there, it says one for you, two for me. There we go, that sounds about right. Yeah, so time recording, I've done about 930 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top right hand corner, I've got a link to a place of all my other reviews, as well as some related ones, some other Malteser reviews, things like this. So after you watch this one, go check those out. Hopefully enjoy those too. So there we go, so a couple at the bottom. All gone there. Okay. Alright, well, it's a nice, definitely a sort of, I guess it's a marshmallowy smell coming from them. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, interesting. Now I've just done the dark chocolate Maltesers in the UK. I noticed they do seem to be a bit, are they a bit small? I mean, about saying, yeah, the sizes do vary. But you see, these are the dark chocolate ones. But you can see generally, these milk ones do seem to be slightly bigger, generally. Just slightly. Yeah, they all do vary a bit, but okay. See, this one's seen better days. That one, I think. Yeah, a bit of a indent there. I'm not sure what's happened, but there we go. All right. Yes. Okay. So let's see if we can somehow separate these into piles of. They're not quite spherical. These ones. The UK dark chocolate ones are very spherical, so they rolled all over the place. These ones aren't really, so they do stay in place quite well. I had to, yeah, I mean, some of them are rolling, of course, but generally, that's a difference, isn't it? I'm not sure what to make of that. So I definitely couldn't have done this with the UK dark chocolate ones. They would have really been rolling everywhere. I'm not sure if the milk chocolate ones are the same, but yeah. Okay. So that's groups of 5. Yeah, there's another 5 as well. So yeah, it works pretty well. Oops. It did do till I Did that. Okay, yes, I think we got groups of 5 there, I think. Yeah, that's right. That's 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So yeah, those lines are free as well. So yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So 50 now, so that's not too bad at all. And what does it say our portion size was? Portions per pack 5.2. So, so basically 10 is roughly your, so 2 piles is roughly your portion, roughly anyway. So that's roughly your 519 kilojoules, which is probably 130 calories roughly. As I would have done a conversion before. Probably have included it again now just for reference. 5.6 grams of fat, 3.5 of which are saturates. Okay, so let's give one a quick measure then, shall we? So they are varying sizes, so I have to take that into consideration, but quite a big one here. Roughly 1.8 centimetres there. 2 there, so yeah, it can depend. Perfect spheres, 1.9, so 1.94. Whereas this one here, for instance, you know, seems to be a bit smaller. 1.7. Longer though, maybe 1.87, 1.9 almost. Yeah, so 1.65. So they can depend, but you know, there we are. One of those. Okay, all right. So I'll put a few of these back, so we don't need all of these out. I don't think. We can have a look into them further. So yeah. All right, so let's give one a chopping off, shall we? Let's see, you can see this one's a lot bigger than this one, you know. But yeah, there we go. So I think that's probably an extreme one though. Let's give it a bit of a chop anyway. All right, there we are. Yeah, so quite a yeah, powdery centre. As I say, just reviewed the dark chocolate ones from the UK, and they definitely had a bit of more of a solid centre than these ones. These seem to have collapsed quite easy, very powdery. Okay, yeah, so you can see just how powdery that centre is. Really just crumbled, hasn't it? Yeah, so so very powdery. That's a very powdery, you know, as opposed to the have a look, these sort of dark chocolate ones from the UK, you know, which has kind of just kept its structure completely, you know, as opposed to the Australian one. You can see the difference. Yeah, interesting. So unusual that the centre's quite different there, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure what the regular milk chocolate ones in the UK are like, but clearly there's a bit of a difference there. So between the centres, these are the dark chocolate one versus the milk chocolate ones. So yeah, you can see as well the thickness of the chocolate is quite different. Not massively so, but different. Yeah, so just different. All right, let's give them a taste. Let's find out what it tastes like. So it did actually taste like marshmallow as well. Did have a marshmallow smell when I opened the pack, but it's kind of largely gone now. So, yeah. So let's see what they taste like. Let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Okay, everyone going to give these Marshmallow Flavour Maltesers a taste. Import from Australia, these ones. Yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. So did it actually taste like marshmallow? Does it actually make any difference? You can imagine that marshmallow flavour would actually compete with the malt honeycomb flavour in the middle, really, can't you? So very interesting. We'll see if see what they taste like, I guess. So let's have just one originally, and then take it from there. So yeah, let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Quite soft. A very interesting flavour. It definitely tastes of marshmallow, or yeah, I guess it does taste of marshmallow, does it? You know, very sort of sugary. Yeah, it tastes more like candy floss. I think it tastes like candy floss, actually, is what I would say it tastes like. Let's give another couple of tastes. I know candy floss tastes like marshmallow, but a bit sweet as well. So I mean, marshmallow doesn't have much of a flavour when you think about it. You know, they have some flavour, but it's still the consistency, isn't it? It tastes a bit like, I say, candy floss You know the texture of candy floss, that sort of stringy, wiry, textury weirdness. It sort of solidifies into sugar crystals. But it does taste a bit like candy floss, I would say. Not really sure it tastes much like marshmallow, but it does have a sweetness to it that perhaps is a bit sweeter than candy floss. But I don't know. Maybe a fruitiness to it, maybe. I'm not sure. Hard to say, but interesting. Nice. And the milk chocolate complements it. I mean, you know, I feel like Australian milk chocolate generally isn't as good as UK ones. I mean, it could just be because what we're used to and things like this, but in this case, you know, you can't really taste it too much. It's more about this sort of marshmallow flavour. Marshmallow flavoured milk chocolate. This is the milk chocolate flavoured marshmallow. I think the problem is you lose the honeycomb flavour with these. And that's the problem, really. It's a strange one, because they do have some flavoured... I mean, basically, in the UK generally, the flavoured Maltesers come in the form of the buttons. So you have sort of, you know, Malteser buttons that are flavoured mint or orange. And it kind of works a bit there. Kind of quite nice to an extent, but... generally, you don't have much flavoured stuff from them, really. Because it just overpowers the honeycomb flavour. And again, it's kind of what's happening here. You know, you're getting that marshmallow flavour, but you're just losing the honeycomb completely. So, I'm not sure what to say. I mean, they're quite nice. I mean, they're probably what you'd expect from it. They're very, I don't know, sweet, saccharine, I think you'd probably say. They're very sort of, yeah... It reminds me more of candy floss than anything else, but it's, you know, to an extent, because candy floss has got that kind of, or cotton candy as they call it in the US. I think has a sort of sweetness to it, that sort of fruity sweetness to it, I guess. But in this case, obviously, it doesn't have the consistency that we're sort of like. It doesn't feel all wiry and go to like a solid sort of sugar finish. If you know, if you remember what candy floss is like. Yeah, it doesn't do that, but it just reminds me a bit more of that really than perhaps marshmallow. I mean, marshmallow does have a bit of a taste to it, but it's generally quite weak, isn't it? It's more about the consistency, the fluffiness. You don't get any fluffiness, of course. It's just a flavour in this one. So yeah, so I don't know. I think for me, it's probably okay. It's all right. I mean, I feel like it's probably what you'd expect. I think it's an interesting flavour. It's quite you know. It's probably what I'd be expecting from a marshmallow flavoured Malteser, really. But as I say, the problem is you just don't get the malty taste. You can't taste it because it's just overpowered completely by the sort of marshmallow flavour. So, get the crunch, of course. You know, this, that, and the other. But yeah, reminds me of the dark chocolate Maltesers that I reviewed. You know, as well. That had the similar problem, really. Yeah, we just don't taste the sort of malty sense of either. You just taste, you know, the dark chocolate. So, I mean, these ones are a bit at the other extreme, really. These ones are more sweet. The dark chocolate ones are more sort of rich and dark chocolatey, as you'd imagine. These ones, very much sweet, you know, that sort of sweet fruitiness to it, really. But yeah, I think they just don't quite work. You know, it's just a product that doesn't work. It's nice, but they just don't work. They're just not Maltesers anymore. It's just like as I say, a sort of marshmallow flavoured surround with a crunchy filling. It doesn't, you know, it could be anything. You know, you don't really, it's not recognisably Maltesers, really. You might guess it's Maltesers, but there's no malty taste. So, not unpleasant though, as I say. They're okay. They're alright. I think it's one of those. I think it's the same as the dark chocolate one. On one hand, it's like a 3 out of 5. You're not getting that Malteser taste, but it still tastes reasonably good. But on the other hand, you're getting that nice sort of marshmallow flavour that, you know, is interesting. You know, and it's, you know, it's probably not for everyone, but I think it ticks the boxes to what you'd expect from it. It's more candy floss than anything else, I would say, rather than marshmallow, because I don't think marshmallow's got that stronger flavour, really. But I think you'd probably be expecting an over-the-top flavour, and I guess, you know, because I say marshmallow doesn't really have much of a flavour. But having said that, if it was actually like a marshmallow flavour, it's really subtle, it might work then, but it might be that the Malteser flavour, the honeycomb flavour, would overpower it. So it's just not quite balanced right, really, I think, is the gist of it. It needed to be a bit more of a subtle flavour. So as I say, on one hand, you know, it's a 3 out of 5 because you're not getting that Malteser experience, but on the other hand, you are getting a marshmallow experience to a sort of an extent, and it's not too bad, so you could say it's a 4 out of 5 because it's, you know, they got that crunch as well, which is quite nice, but it's just not quite balanced, basically, yeah. But it still gives you a sort of faux marshmallow experience, you know. It would never be a real one, I don't think, because it just isn't a strong enough flavour. So for me, yeah, 3.5 out of 5, meeting in the middle there. Okay guys, so we enjoyed that review. You know the drill by now. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. Links in the description for that. It's a really great way to support the channel, and there's some perks depending on what tier you pick. Check out all the links that are appearing on the screen now. Go to support my channel also by continuing to watch my content. So that really helps. So thank you so much. Check out the Discord server. Link for that's in the description. Go to keep in touch with myself and the community. Leave a like. Leave a comment or free as well. Always great to hear from you. Always do my best to reply. And have a great day. And I'll see you next time.